Hello, I have another easy card for you today. We're going to make this sympathy card. It's very easy, and I'd like to thank Simply Stamps for sponsoring this video. So let's get started. You're going to need stamps from Simply Stamps with sympathy and this leaf. They have other leaves in their on their website that are really cool, but I really like this one. I have a border punch, I have scrapbook adhesive, I have some glue dots, and I have a light brown ink and a dark brown ink. I have a card base, which is craft colored, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to fold it. I don't know where my bone folder is, but we're going to fold it in half to make the card base. And this is dark brown, and it's a card mat, and it measures 5.25 by 4 inches. This is the piece we're going to stamp on, and it is like a off-white cream color, and it is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then this is going to be the strip that goes on the front of the card over top the stamped images. And the stamp that I'm going to use is this one, and it's a thin stamp. So I didn't need to cut my strip very wide, but if you have a deep set stamp that's really thick, you're going to have to get a wider piece. And then I have a small piece of lace trim here. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the stamping. I'm going to put this under my stamping because I'm going to go off the edge, and I'm going to start with my light color. The one thing I want to think about when I'm stamping is I want the light colored flowers in the lower right hand corner so that I can stamp the With Sympathy over top. Okay, now this stamp, make sure I don't get any extra on there. Okay, now I don't have to stamp these so that you can see the whole leaf. I'm going to stamp some of them so that they run off of the page. So let's do right here. You want to turn them in different directions too. Let's see. Okay. Maybe a little bit, well, let me wait and do my dark and then see if I need to fill in at all. Let me clean this real quick. To clean this, I spray it on a stamp scrubber, 1 or 2 squirts, and you clean on one side and then dry it on the other side. Okay, so this one is, whoops, shade darker. Didn't get that all the way. Okay, let's do right there. Do some right here up in the corner. And you can overlap with the first leaves that you did. Let's see, I'm trying to visualize, I'm going to have a strip here, so maybe a little bit more of this dark right over here. But I want to make sure that I have enough room for my With Sympathy. Okay, I think that's going to be good. And I will clean that stamp when I'm all finished. Okay, so we're gonna, this type of ink I'm using is regular craft ink. It doesn't take very long at all to dry, so I'm probably fine. Okay, let's see. And this ink pad is very juicy, so I don't need to stamp or don't need to press very hard or I'll make a huge mess. Actually, I'm going to do one on here first. Okay, that looks good. So just a light tap, and I want to put it over top of this leaf. There we go. Okay. Clean that one when I'm finished also. So next we're ready to start assembling our card, and I'm going to put the mat on first. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to put the mat on first. This is actually the second time that I've done this card. The first time the smoke alarm went off and my husband called and the video cut off. I had the wrong color ink. I couldn't get my lace to stick. It was just one of those videos that just wasn't working out. Okay. And I'm going to stick this down. And instead of brown leaves, I could have done fall colors, or I could have done different shades of green. I kind of like the brown colors. I just happen to like that. So, okay, this is the one that I'm going to punch. And this is, let's see, this is a Stampin' Up! Punch. EK Success also makes punches that are very similar to this. And there's a grid on here that shows you where to line it up. So after you punch the first time, it'll show you where to line it up so that you can get it straight. Okay, but I'm going to show you what I do. See, what you would do is you would line this up with the grid right there, so you would know where to stamp it next. I really prefer to hold it upside down, and I can see where I'm going to stamp. It's a little bit easier to line up for me, but it's a matter of preference. See, that lined up really good. I've got a little tiny piece right here that's stuck, so I'm just going to peel that off. And then I'm going to do the other side. Oops. Okay. And I held it over to the side so I didn't have all those little pieces all over my card. Now I'm going to stick this down with my scrapbook adhesive. Let's see. There really is no right or wrong side. Sometimes one side's a little bit smoother where you've punched than the other one. This one I can't really tell. So go ahead and attach this there. And then this piece of lace, something that my mom had, but the color is just right. It's like a light, real pale brownish color. It's kind of like a tan. And I'm going to use glue dots to stick it down. This is a new roll of glue dots. I don't know if you can see these or not, but when you're using glue dots, you don't pick them off with your fingers. They're very difficult to get off that way, and it's difficult to keep them flat. What you do is you touch your ribbon or whatever you're going to stick your button or metal, and then you peel it off. And I'm putting the glue dots underneath these flowers, so that will help hide them. And let's see, we're going to go this way. They are a little bit hard to see, but not too bad. These are the mini glue dots. Whoops, I got my finger stuck in one. They are very sticky. They are noticeably more sticky than regular adhesive. Okay. And then I'm going to line that up and stick it down. See if I can get it straight. There we go, that's better. So there we go. So there's another easy card for you to make. And again, these stamps are by Simply Stamps. And I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. I'm working on some more easy cards for beginners and also for people that just don't have time to make really intricate cards. But I hope that you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and I hope you'll leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. I hope you're doing something crafty today.